Are you wanting to learn how to make mini muffins that you can share with your friends that look just like this? Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of T-shirt Cooking. This is another fast baking recipe. Let's get started. For the ingredients, we'll be using all-purpose flour, baking powder, baking soda, buttermilk, vanilla, salt, butter, 2 large eggs, chocolate chips, white sugar, and oil spray. We begin with melting half the cup of butter in a smaller bowl and letting it cool in the fridge until it looks like this. We proceed to add 1 cup of sugar, 2 large eggs, thoroughly shake the buttermilk, and then add 1 cup to the bowl and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Give it a quick mix and set it aside. For the dry mix, prepare a large bowl and begin by adding the 2.5 cups of flour. Next, we add 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a half teaspoon of salt, 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. I used both white and semi-sweet for this recipe. Next, we give it a quick mix. We then begin to add the wet mix to the dry mix whilst mixing. That's a lot of mixing. Now we make sure to mix it just until it combines and not more. In this video, I mix by hand because this show makes no money and we can't afford a mixer. Please like, sub, and share with your friends so we can eventually afford a mixer. Combined, your mix should look something like this. Next, we prepare our mini muffin tray by spraying it with the oil spray just like this. You can also use liners, but I find that pressing the spray nozzle is a lot more satisfying than adjusting liners. Using a spoon and my clean hands, I add batter to each slot, taking in consideration the fact that the batter will rise. Whilst I was doing all this, I preheated the oven to bake at 425. Unfortunately, we lost some footage of the muffins entering and exiting the oven, so instead we'll watch this time-lapse video where we only get a slivering glimpse of the muffins rising. Alright guys, we finally arrived at the time of tasting. I've decided to perform some A/B testing with some of these muffins. So these ones in particular were 5 minutes at 425 and then 10 minutes at 375. These ones here were 3 minutes at 425 and 10 minutes at 375. These ones here were 12 minutes at 375. And these ones here, for reasons I can't explain, I don't know why they're overcooked. Now the whole trick was that with the batter, once you combine both the wet and dry batter, the whole thing is that once they combine, immediately the ingredients, you stop turning, stop mixing it. Right away, you just start pouring and start making the muffins. Admittedly, I've originally planned to make regular sized muffins, but then I realized I took the wrong tray from my parents' house, so we made mini muffins instead. In this recipe, I made sure that there's a adequate amount of chocolate chips because we need good proportion. Remember, proportion is everything. There's only 2 things that I dislike about the entire art of baking muffins, and that's if the proportion of chocolate chips to dough is incorrect, or if people are passing off muffins as healthy and making healthy muffins. What's the point? I've said this in one of my other videos and I'll say it again. If I want a muffin, I want a muffin. If I want something healthy, I'll open up my fridge and I'll grab anything else in my fridge. Everything else in my fridge is good for your health. So anyway, we're gonna actually get to the taste test here. So I'm gonna try one of the muffins that I cooked for, I don't remember now what I cooked it for. I think this one was 3 minutes at 425 and 12 minutes at 375. So I'm just gonna grab one. And the first thing I noticed is that the bottom is nice and crispy. I'm not sure if a muffin's supposed to be crispy at all. I mean, I've literally made tens of thousands of muffins in my lifetime. However, those were all pre-baked muffins. This is the first time that I'm actually baking muffins myself from scratch. So I'm not really sure here what to say about this crisp, but perhaps it's from the oil spray. It's like an avocado oil spray that I bought. I only bought it because it's on sale, or else I wouldn't have bought it. Alright, so I'll go for a real bite here instead of just peeling off the edge. Fun fact, I've had this t-shirt for over 12 years. These are good, I like the texture. As I said, it is a little bit crispy though on the edge, which, I mean, personally, I don't mind that at all. It's nice and soft and spongy on the inside. There's definitely an adequate amount of chocolate chips, which I like. And every bite, there's gotta be chocolate. So this muffin is really good. So I have to say the taste of the muffins is really good. You could likely even maybe, I don't know, put some sort of chocolate sauce on top or do whatever creative things you want to do. Maybe sprinkle it or maybe dip it in like some icing and crumbs, or I don't know. I don't really care for any of that stuff. I just like, you know, nice, simple, typical chocolate chip muffins. You have people coming over if you're bringing them somewhere. Or, you know, if you're just trying to like make friends and socialize, just start walking around with like a basket of these chocolate chips. And I guarantee you should be making a few friends. And you'll likely make quality friends too, because if anybody's willing to grab a muffin from a stranger, you know that they're the real deal. Apart from that, everyone, I don't really have much to say. I mean, this was a super simple recipe, super easy to put together, very easy to clean. I mean, there was nothing complex about this. I already had most of these ingredients. What I didn't have was the actual muffin trays. So once again, guys, if you have any comments or anything that you think I should mention, or if you have any other additional pieces of information that you just want to share with me, even if it's just completely unrelated to cooking, please let me know. Put it in the comment section. And don't forget to follow me on social media, or don't follow me. I mean, you know, do whatever you want. Like, everything should be in the description. The ingredients are in the description as well. You live your life, do as you wish. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next episode.